Last night in New York City, Kanye held his Yeezy Season 3 fashion show. And this was also a listening party for the new album, which is absolutely going to be called The Life of Pablo. It's not The Loss of Passion like some of you assholes were suggesting, though I do like that album name because I think Kanye could sort of play around with it. You know, he could play around with it. Have I lost my passion? Do you not understand my passion? That it's fashion. I went to Nike. They don't know my, that would have been too much of a long title, but you get the point. So he had this Yeezus Season 3 debut. And, what you basically had was Kanye, a bunch of celebrities there, and two stages in the middle of the whole arena. And these stages were full of performers, models, that were wearing Kanye's line. Now, these people were all standing still. They had very stoic faces the whole time. And it was because there were a set of rules that were given to them before the show, and I thought that these set of rules were fucking hilarious, so I want to read some of them to you. This is an actual sheet from the performance last night. I know because I was one of the models there. No, seriously, I wasn't. Anyway, okay, so these are the performance rules. Please be quiet. No whispering. No smiling. No dancing, no singing unless instructed, no eye contact, no acting, no fast movements, no slow movements, no sharp movements, natural movements, show pride, hold your position, stay in character. I'll plow ahead here because there's too many on the fucking list. Do not look at the camera. Hold your position until the end of the show. Do not take off your clothes or shoes. Loosen up, no stiffness. Do not be casual. Well, that's a little odd. Stand up straight. No sexy posing. No acting cool. You are a picture. Be calm, be strong, be neutral, behave as if no one was in the room. Okay, you get the point. I find it very funny that somebody like Kanye, who obviously would want the world to accept him as he is through all his endeavors and be free, no attachment. I am not defined by what I do behind the mic or what I do behind the production boards. I am not a rapper. I am an entity I am a vessel of creativity that can be a chameleon within this imaginary world, right? Like, he can do whatever the fuck he wants, but within all that free-flowing shit, there's so much control and so much attachment there, to tell his performers that, look, you gotta fucking stand there, don't you fucking move, don't you do it. I went to Nike. So, he's got all these rules and all this stuff, and when I was watching the live stream, and through Tidal you can see the streaming of the whole event. I'll try to see if I can put a link in the description below. And one thing that you never got from the listening of the album is you never got much of the crowd's reaction. Maybe the crowd was instructed to sort of be quiet themselves. Nobody could really vibe. Nobody could, there were some tracks that maybe had a bit energy to it, but you didn't hear much of a reaction from the crowd. Now, what you did hear a reaction from was Kanye's debut of his video game, right? So Kanye debuted his video game, which is called Only Won the Game. This is an obvious reference to his tribute song to his late mother, who I believe died having either she had plastic surgery or she was having a breast reduction. And she died in the middle of the surgery. Obviously, you guys know this. She died several years ago. Very tragic. So Kanye decided to make a video game where you play the role of his mother in heaven. Obviously, you can see the images of this stuff on the screen. But, okay, so Kanye debuts this, and he stops the music and everything, and he tells Madison Square Garden, this is the new game, and go for it. So he plays it, and what you see is his mother, just soaring through the heavens, riding a Pegasus. You see other angels in the distance. You see some of in the background. There's the only one hook playing in the back, and it's definitely odd because, well, one would think, why would you make a video game about your mother? Period. Who would want to play this exactly? Who would want to play this video game? You saw a very small trailer. You don't know what your goal is. I don't know. Maybe you're a guardian angel, and maybe you're bringing other people into. I have no clue what the point of the game is. But after he played the trailer for the game, the crowd, gives him his token claps, and maybe those who were actually amazed by it, they were very enthusiastic. But what was very clear was that Kanye wasn't impressed by the reaction that he got from the crowd. So the crowd reacted, everybody clapped, and Kanye just sort of sarcastically goes, "Gee, thanks." And then he goes off into like a mini Kanye rant, and he goes like, "You guys don't understand. This is hard. Like y'all just acting like this is easy." So obviously he wasn't happy with the response that he got from it, and he replayed the trailer again. He also suggested that when he goes to San Francisco, he gets laughed at by people when he told them that he wanted to make a video game. Maybe these are game developers. I'm not sure who these people are. But, I mean, you got to think that at some point, there's got to be some sort of respect for all these fields. I mean, for the fashion, for the video game industry, and for whatever other industry that Kanye is going to moonlight in. I mean, maybe at this point we can't even say that he's moonlighting as a fashion designer. This would probably be his forte, and he is moonlighting as a rapper at this point. So with all the shit that he does, I mean, if you sit down with a game developer, if you sit down with a fashion designer and you describe to them Kanye's entitlement and how he feel people should react to what he does, then what you're going to get is a very passionate, very creative person that's going to say, "Hey, I've dedicated my life to this." He wants to come in and use his name and his influence and be congratulated for it. But I've been doing this for 15 years. He's been doing this for 3 years. You understand? So at some point, even though the creativity is very, it's Kanye is a creative, obviously we know this about him, and every artist is a creative, really. Just because you boast on camera and say that you are isn't what makes you a creative. Your work is what makes you creative. And Kanye's got to know that there has to be an amount of respect given to the people who devote their lives to this stuff. And he can't act like we should ignore the fact that it takes years to get great at anything, and you just can't expect the fact that you're Kanye West to sort of catapult you to the top of whatever creative endeavor that you choose to do. Okay, you want to do the games now. Okay, that's fine. Tell us about the quality of the game. Is the quality good? Your mother's riding on a fucking Pegasus. Okay, tell me more. I'm disinterested, but okay. She meets Jesus at the end, and Jesus is wearing a pair of Yeezys. Whatever the fuck the plot of that is, it doesn't sound appealing. I mean, what demographic is that supposed to appeal to? Is it just supposed to broadly Kanye fans? Is it just supposed to? I wouldn't play this game. But I'm not I'm obviously not a video game person, so maybe that might not be saying much. But even if I was, there would probably be a lot of Christian undertones to it, which of course would be a problem. I would think that in the gaming community, whenever something seems a little heavy-handed in a certain area, it turns people off. They don't feel like they're playing a game. They feel like they're playing with an ideal, and with an ideology. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that's going to go over too much if indeed this game does come out, and I'm guessing it will. So there's got to be certain respect given to those people. And, he's at the center of this, and, he's playing his album. And if I could say anything about the album, I'll just say that, it's you guys know I don't really review songs or anything like that. I just listen to music. Whatever you think about the actual music is what you think about it. It's heavy on the auto tune. There is a song with The Weeknd that I liked. Funny enough, I wouldn't really consider myself much of a Weeknd fan, but all the while I was really looking at the visuals. I was looking at the reactions that people had. And the whole event sort of felt like it sort of felt like there were rules to the whole thing. There weren't rules for the audience, or maybe there were, but it just didn't feel like you could go there and have fun and have a good time. The only time when you were allowed to interact was when Kanye took the mic and, had a little something to say, and then they played facts and, and all that stuff. So if you guys saw this event, if you saw it streaming, if you haven't seen it, I will lay it in the description below. Tell me what you think about it. Any thoughts on the album at all? The Life of Pablo, Not the Loss of Passion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Are you excited about this album? Would you purchase any of this Yeezy merchandise? I checked some of this stuff online and I saw the prices and they are absolutely ridiculous. But tell me what you guys think, and I will see you guys next time.